guys, it is Max Imagination here. Today in this video, I'll be showing you how to make a mini cardboard marble track in a step-by-step process. Let's get started. To start with, you will be needing a circle that is 4 inches in diameter for our mini swirler, and we'll be making 8 lines that go across each other in like a pizza kind of cutting form. So that's how it's going to look like. Next, we're going to be pulling the cardboard skin off one of these strips of cardboard. So it's going to look like something like tank treads. And that strip is going to go around our circle. You're going to take your hot glue gun and put some hot glue around the circle, like the edges of the circle. So once that's done, you'll be taking another strip of cardboard, except without peeling it this time. And we're going to put it underneath and measure it. You can see that it's going to go just like that. We're going to cut it off. So it's basically like a puzzle piece going to fit right into that spot. And we're going to put a bit of hot glue there and glue it on. That's done, we're going to take our razor blade or knife and we're going to cut a hole in the very middle for our marbles to pass down through the little swirler or vortex, whatever you want to call it. Now we're going to take a pair of scissors or a knife and we're going to cut along those lines that we traced on our circle in like a pizza shaped form. So once that's done, we'll move on. Now we're going to take a totally identical circle to the first one that we used and put some hot glue around the edges. Now that's done and we're going to be pressing that circle onto the bottom of our swirler or vortex. And then we'll be putting some glue in between the bottom and the top of those little pizza slices that we cut and be pressing it down so that it will be like a depression into the very center of our swirler. Next, we're going to cut a hole in the center of our swirler, the same size as we did with the last one. Now we'll be putting some hot glue on the edges of the track that leads into our swirler. And then we'll be putting in our wall. And you'll be doing the same exact thing on the other side of the track. Now we finished our mini vortex or swirler. Let's move on. Next we're going to be making a spiral. For that we're going to need to trace a line that looks like a spiral. Next we'll be taking a pair of scissors and cutting along the trace that we made on the spiral. Next, you'll be cutting all the excess pieces off so that the track is going to be the same width along all points of the track. Next, we're going to use our hot glue gun and we're going to put some hot glue around the edges and put up our walls.
Years later.
So now we can see our outer walls are all done, but we still need to do our inner walls so that the marbles don't fall off. Next, we're going to go in and connect the two pieces that we created, the spiral and the mini swirler, together. And to make sure that the two pieces hold together, at the connection you'll be putting a little piece of cardboard at the bottom to make sure that they'll hold together. Now, as we can see, we have a paper towel tube all made out of cardboard. Make sure it is about maybe like 10 inches tall, depending on your platform that you have beneath you. And we're going to be cutting little cuts like into the bottom of the paper towel so that we spread them out, and then we'll take a bit of hot glue and glue them to our platform. Then once we glued it on, you'll take a little cardboard circle. It'll be the same exact size as the diameter of our pipe, and we're going to glue it straight on top of the pipe to cover it up. And then we're going to be taking our whole structure and putting it on top of our paper towel tube. Next, we'll be creating our like a ladder kind of track that goes down and down. For that, we will need 5 little pieces of cardboard, like for a track, and then we'll be needing 10 pieces of our like tank tread kind of wall, and we're going to put some hot glue around the edges of our pieces of cardboard, and as you can see, we'll be putting our cardboard pieces just like that. And once you got 5 of those pieces, you'll be all putting them together in a ladder kind of form. Next, we're going to cut a square groove into one of our cardboard paper towel kind of tubes, and make sure that it is about 1 inch in width, and make sure that the paper towel cardboard tube is about 4 inches in height. Then we'll be putting a bit of hot glue on the edges of our track that'll be going down from our cardboard tube and putting on these tank tread walls on the edges. Then you're going to take this little thing that you built, or cardboard tube / track, and you're going to glue it onto your platform, and then you're going to be putting a bit of glue on the top of that tube and then mounting our swirler on top of that structure. Next, we're going to be taking our ladder track that we made earlier on, putting some hot glue on the entrance of it, and then sticking it to this structure that we just recently built. And just for extra support, we'll be taking another piece of our paper towel cardboard roll or tube, and we'll be placing it underneath our spiral track somewhere closer to the end. Next, we'll make an elevator. For that, we'll need 4 of these posts out of cardboard. First, we need to make our actual elevator box. For that, we'll need a 2 by 2 inch square piece of cardboard, and we have a bunch of little walls that you'll be gluing on. Once that's done, you'll need your 4 elevator posts glued in place, and make sure that they are just as high as your actual spiral track at the very top so that it slides straight down onto your start. You'll see that a little later. Next, you'll be needing 3 little pieces of cardboard that you'll be gluing somewhere at the middle of the elevator so that it holds strong as support. And here's how it looks like so far. And for the very top of the elevator, where it stops, you'll be needing 4 more of these little rectangular pieces. And you'll make sure that you glue them together. First 2 parallel to each other, and then 2 more parallel going across each other. Next, you'll be needing a piece of rectangular cardboard that goes straight from your elevator to the start of the whole track, or the big spiral. First, you're going to be cutting a little piece off your rectangular track, like a little triangle off, and you're going to make sure you put it up like to the elevator and to the spiral and see that it sits in place. Next, you're going to put some hot glue on the edges of your track, and then you're putting your tank tread looking wall up against that glue so that you have your little transitional track to your start. Now the elevator is done, but one more thing. If you want easier access to move your elevator up and down for your little box, you're going to need to glue a little piece of cardboard onto the back of it so that you can hold it up and down. There you go, guys. That is our track. There's a little 360 view of it. Now let's test the track out and do a little marble run.
Alright guys, that's about it for this video showing a tutorial how to make this wonderful looking little mini marble run track. And if you enjoyed it, be sure to hit this video a like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching guys! See you next week! Peace!